Yo guys, how's it going? AK Moto here. Welcome back to the CRF450L build video. In the last build video, we cleaned up the frame, got it looking dialed, absolutely almost better than new. Not perfect, but looking really, really good. And today, I have a little bit of free time. I have a couple hours and I've been really itching to work on the bike. So I think today we're gonna knock out the exhaust, get the exhaust looking brand new, restored in perfect-ish condition. So let's take a look at what we're working with. So here when I bought the bike, it came with a Yoshimura RS4 exhaust system, the full complete system here. Overall, a really good quality exhaust, but it definitely is used. It has some wear and tear, it has some scratches, some scuffs on it. The previous owner ran like a heat shield thing that I think was really ugly and it left some marks in the exhaust, but we'll be able to get that stuff out. And then here you can see some kind of discoloring on the metal a little bit. This is just from exposure to heat right here. And we have the same thing on the header pipe over here as well. Although this discoloration is completely normal for exhausts, you know, they're exposed to a lot of heat. This is something we can definitely get it looking a little bit nicer. Now, something I won't be able to do too much about here today is going to be these small dents here on the header pipe. As you can see, there are some little dings. This bike was used as more of an off-road adventure bike under the previous owner's ownership, so it's not perfect, but these little dents aren't really going to impact the performance from the exhaust, so I'm really not too concerned with them. And then right here at the bottom of the silencer here, you can actually see there's a little hole in the exhaust. And I have some theories, some possible hypothesis on how these, or how this little hole appeared. And that's something I'll talk about a little more later in the video. But for now, biggest focus is just to get everything restored and looking as close to new as we can get a used exhaust system. And here, because we are going to be taking the silencer apart to try and fix this little hole, I did buy some brand new packing, 4-stroke exhaust silencer packing, so we will be able to repack the exhaust, which is a good maintenance item to do on any exhaust periodically. I also bought a brand new decal kit so we can get these RS4 stickers kind of refreshed. These old ones are a little bit beat up, peeling here and there. This one's a little bit discolored. And then you can see the same general kind of thing going on the other side. They're just a little bit beat up, so we have some brand new decals, bought them straight from Yoshimura. And then one place we kind of lucked out on is the carbon tip of the exhaust. Doesn't really have any major damage on it. It's in really good condition. The clear coat on it hasn't worn out or anything. And that is a huge plus because the metal, we can kind of buff, we can get that looking shiny, brand new, but the carbon, if this is completely worn out, that's something we'd have to replace. But in this case, we're looking pretty good to just clean it up and reuse it. Guys, so we got the mandrel of these rivets here popped out. Just gotta tap on the center of them with a punch that's smaller than the diameter here, the inner diameter of the rivet. So you just get a little hammer, you tap those out, those kind of fall in, and then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill out these rivets just enough to get our end cap out. Here I'm gonna be using a 3/16 inch drill bit. And then from here on out, I'm gonna make sure I wear gloves because exhaust packing is very, very bad for your skin. Alright, so my original plan was actually to separate the silencer at the silencer or at the end cap. That's the way in the Yoshimura video online that they do it, but it's proving to be very, very difficult to actually try and get enough grip on this end cap, enough to kind of separate the silencer. So I'm gonna actually just drill out all the rivets on the other side of the silencer can and try and separate it from there. I think it's gonna be a lot easier to separate it from that end. And when we do go to reassemble the silencer, it's gonna be no big deal. We're just gonna have to make sure we put rivets on both sides. And yeah, if anything, it'll allow us to clean it even better with both ends taken all the way off. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing I just did on the end cap side with the same exact 3/16 drill bit and drill out all those rivets and see if we can get it separated a little bit easier from that side. y'all, so unfortunately we are going to be out of time for tonight. Getting this silencer all the way torn down in the state that it is now took way longer than I was anticipating. Honestly, that silencer was really stuck together, and it was definitely getting pretty difficult to get it pulled apart without damaging it. Luckily, I think we did a pretty good job. There are a couple little marks here and there just from having to hammer on it a little bit, but those are all things that'll come out pretty much completely with the process that we're going to use to buff out the metal and make it shiny again. So I'm really not too worried, but yeah, it just took a lot more time than anticipated, just how this bike stuff goes. And I will pick this up most likely tomorrow when I just have a little bit more time to work on the silencer. We should be able to get it mostly complete. Now I do need to buy a little rivet tool and some rivets, because I don't have anything here for rivets. So I should have that by the next clip hopefully, and we can get some more progress in on this exhaust. Alrighty guys, it is bright and early the next day, so let's get right to working on the silencer here. I think the first thing I'm going to start with today is we're going to start actually polishing up the metal on the silencer, both the silencer and the kind of header pipe. We're going to just hit with the buffer pads. I don't know if you can see them back there on the buffer, the Prime MX cleaning wheels. If you guys have seen all of Cameron Niemela's dirt bike content over the years, you guys are very familiar with the Prime MX cleaning pads. And that's what I'll be using to shine up this metal. So let's get right to it. Alrighty guys, and we got these parts looking brand spanking new. We're, I'd say, 95% of the way there. Here we have some smaller areas that we couldn't quite catch with the larger cleaning wheels over there. So what I'm going to do is I have these smaller Scotch-Brite wheels, and I'm just going to attach these to a Dremel here, and we're going to see if we can get most of these little areas, especially here on the header pipe. There was a couple spots I couldn't quite get to. So yeah, we're gonna hit those real quick, and then after that we're actually gonna need to take a quick trip down to Harbor Freight to get some rivets. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna take a quick break now. We're gonna run to Harbor Freight. We need to get a tool for the rivets, a little rivet tool, and the rivets themselves, and let's run to Harbor Freight. And just like that guys, after a quick trip to Harbor Freight, I got only the best snap-on rivet, hand riveter thing. No, just a Doyle brand, something they had in stock, and I got the 3/16 of an inch rivet. So if you have, I assume this is gonna be for most dirt bike exhausts, but for this Yoshimura RS4, we have a 3/16 size rivet. Direct fit right there. So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna rivet on the end cap just to make sure our new rivets and everything work fine, make sure we don't have to go back and get a different size rivet or anything. And yeah, we'll get the end cap back riveted on. We actually never took it off, as you guys can tell. Just remove the rivets because the original plan was to remove the end cap, but it was actually way easier to remove the other side. and that is a-okay. I'm gonna re-rivet on this end cap, and then from there we'll work on getting the exhaust repacked. So as you guys just saw, I threw a rivet and some copper silicone RTV made for exhaust systems into that hole there that we had, and honestly I think it's gonna work fine. There's not gonna be a lot of pressure going through that hole or anything. So in all honesty, you know, if we would have left it, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. It was just a little bit of an eyesore. So I just threw a rivet in it. The hole was pretty much a perfect size to fit it, and I think I'm gonna call that done. Now what's nice is a rivet isn't permanent, so in the future if that bothers us or we have any other issues going forward, then we can definitely just tear the silencer down and throw a weld or something in there. I didn't want to do JB weld, and I think a rivet is just kind of something we have on hand, and it looks kind of identical to all the other rivets on the silencer, so it doesn't stand out that much. And it's on the underside of the silencer, so you really won't even be able to see it when it's on the bike. So here's kind of how it will look once it's on the bike. You really can't even see the rivet. And for those wondering, no, that is not a drain hole. There is a condensation drain hole here at the cap, and normally any condensation drain holes on dirt bike silencers are going to be towards the end. On the end of our cap, this is a hole that was drilled by Yoshimura. This is not something that happened over time. Alrighty guys, just like that, our exhaust is looking brand new for the CRF450L. And not only is it looking brand new, but we also have some fresh packing inside of the silencer, so it's not all cosmetic. This exhaust is going to be functioning better than ever as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Another step done in the build for the Supermoto build. And yeah, I'm super pumped on the progress we've made so far. Next video, we're probably going to be tearing into the motor, looking into that top end, getting some fresh top end parts in there, and just taking a look inside the engine. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Subscribe so you guys don't miss any upcoming CRF450L build videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.